Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Belligerence. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so basically today, yes, I am going to pull cards. For the most part, this message is basically a message letting you know who's doing spell work on you and a little bit about them, or give you some background on who this person is, right? All right, so first and foremost, let's look at this person's childhood, right? So, hang on, let me get my cards. All right, so let's look at their childhood. All right, four swords in reverse here. Okay, so whoever this person is that's been doing work on you, this could be a karmic Libra. This person is like in their childhood, this is probably like an overactive person. This person could have, it's like this person, when their childhood, it could have been like really chaotic. Like this could be somebody who could move around a lot or had experience with homelessness and that kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Like an unstable home foundation, nowhere to really rest. This is a person that went from place to place, or essentially as a child, or they even would live with different people and stuff like that at different points in time through their childhood. This is not somebody who was raised in like a legitimate home, essentially, or whatever, right? Let's look at their home life. Yes, like I said, they experienced homelessness early in their life. This has to do with, I'm not sure, well, I'll look into their parents and stuff like that, but yeah, this is definitely somebody who was born with lack. Somebody who definitely experienced not having somewhere to stay, instability, always having to figure things out, always having to basically figure out a way to make everything work out together in some way, shape, and or form. So let's look at this person's mother. Okay, yes, their mother could be like a sun sign or a fire sign, some kind of way, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person generally is like a happy-go-lucky kind of person. This person is generally positive, optimistic, and things of that nature. So if this person was dealing with homelessness and stuff like that, this kind of give me the vibe of somebody who was like, they would like look at the bright side of things. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if somebody put them out there, like, well, at least that person didn't do this or whatever. So yes, this person's mother is like a really upbeat, it's like an upbeat, optimistic kind of person. This is a person that has a tendency to see the brighter side of things and things of that nature, or whatever it may be. So yes, this person could even be liked by a lot of people. Let's look at the father. The father, hangman in reverse here. So yes, the father is somebody who, I don't know if they also dealt with, let's see, this father figure. This father figure is, what's that, Neptune in reverse? This has to do with the father figure usually is basically the person that was holding the mother back, essentially, is what this is. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. This father figure is somebody who held people back in their life. You know what I'm saying? So if the mother was the one who was like, you know, you will find like the mother was like the breadwinner or whatever it may be. But the vibe that I'm getting here is that the father figure was the one that held them back or kept them from getting a lot of things in life. This person could also be like a water sign. Their father could be like a water sign or something like that, connected to Neptune energy. So it could be like Aquarius and or, let's see, Aquarius or Cancer, Scorpio, let's see, Cancer, Scorpio, what is that other one? Jeez. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? So yeah, you got the water sign here. So yeah, basically, this father figure is the reason why the family was basically held back. I don't know if this person was impulsive with their decisions and stuff like that, or, you know, this person has something to do like mental instability. It's like this person was born. I don't know if this person was born with this, but this person, give me the vibe of somebody who goes back and forth with themselves, or will want one thing, but then go back and try to turn it into something different. Basically, just the kind of vibe of somebody that if you don't do something the way that they envision doing it, then you got a problem. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at their siblings. Ooh, the sibling card kind of fell off, but it landed on 5 of Cups in reverse here. So yeah, the siblings and stuff like that. It's like once the siblings got older, it's like they kind of like moved on and moved out of the situation. They walked away from whatever this was. And essentially, the siblings really don't mess with this family or this mother or this father, whomever it is. It's kind of like a nuclear family where everybody went their own separate way. So let's say if the mom and the daughter or whoever this person is, whether it's male or female, they may stick together, or them and the father may live together. And everybody else, like the siblings, don't mess with this parent. Like maybe the siblings don't mess with a certain parent, or don't mess with either one of the parents. And so when they got older, they moved out and they went on about their own way, essentially, is the vibe that I'm getting here. Yeah, this is giving me the vibe of somebody who moved on, moved out. This is giving me the vibe of the siblings are the ones that kind of like got tired of the way that it was. There was always instability in the house, and it was a lot of double-mindedness, which it makes sense if the father is the head figure of the house and he calls himself trying to rule everything with the iron fist, but he's double-minded and he wants everything to go the way he envisioned it. So if his mind isn't clear, guess what? There's going to be a lot of instability inside the household, essentially, is what this is. Let's look at this person's upbringing. This person had a rough upbringing. This person probably had to start working earlier than all the other kids, or this person had to basically help the mother or the father. Like, say if it was staying with the mother, this person was given responsibilities early in life to help the mother or the father out in their, with work and that kind of stuff. This give me the vibe of somebody that I went to school with, where this guy, he had to been like about 14. As soon as he turned 14, 15, he had to pretty much drop out of high school and get a job to help his mom with the other siblings. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. Like, this person has had a rough upbringing. This person is notorious for carrying the burdens of other people, and it could very well be from the mother, since we have that Sagittarian fire energy coming out here. So yes, this person probably was always the one who carried the weight for the mother. The mother had this sunny, optimistic, easy come, easy go kind of attitude, which isn't always the best for a family. Like, there's a limit to it, you know what I'm saying? Where, basically, let's say the mother will go and spend the bill money or something, like, oh, it'll come back, that kind of vibe. And this person had to go out and go make that money back. So this is the life of the person who's been doing who's doing spill work on you. So if you experience any kind of burdens and things like that, and it's real easy for a person like this to say, hey, your life is too easy. That's because this person's in their lifetime. This is why. You see what I'm saying? Next, let's look at their culture. So this person's culture is 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups in reverse. Yes, this person is definitely not happy with the cultural norms that this person grew up in, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, or Russian, or whatever it may be. This person is not happy with their with the way that the culture goes. Matter of fact, them helping their mother or father or whoever it is building up in the household, this person could have been, it may be a part of this person's culture to do these kind of things. And a lot of our cultures, it's like that, where it's like we have to help out and things of that nature. But in this circumstance, this person is something about this person's culture that they don't like. Let's see, I'm gonna pull a random card here. Joint pleasure in life and each other's company. Yeah, it has something to do about love or something like that. So this could come from a culture where, love is preordained, or they have to marry a certain kind of person, or they can only be in a relationship with a certain kind of person, with joint pleasure in life and each other's company. Yeah. So basically, this could be a culture where the woman is the go-getter, or it could be a culture where it's not uncommon for this person to have to choose responsibility over being able to love or be in love with whoever they see fit. and it has everything to do with prosperity, with the 7th house here, and with the 7th and the 2nd house here. The 7th house has to do with relationships and things of that nature, and the 2nd house has to do with finances and assets. So a person like this would definitely marry for, well, you know, give the vibe of marrying for money, essentially. The tight-fisted with money is what I'm seeing in the window here. It has to do with something about clenching on to belongings and finances and things of that nature. So yes, whoever this is, they hold on to things with the concept of addition here. Okay, I'm definitely seeing somebody with a clenched fist. It's like I want to say it's like a rope around somebody's hand, and they're clenching their fist to hold on to like a pendant or valuables and things of that nature. So yes, it's not uncommon for this person to fight for the things that they do get. So in a relationship, if there was ever a divorce, this person would fight tooth and nail because of the cultural, because of this person's culture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because of the culture this person was raised up in and what basically they believe. You see what I'm saying? Next we have religion. So let's see what kind of religion this person got. You got the star card out here. The star card definitely is connected to the stars and things of that nature, but this person gives me the vibe of somebody that definitely does some kind of I want to say, like, this is definitely somebody who is connected to spirituality. Okay, they ideally, this person is supposed to be like a white witch, essentially, is what this was, whatever, right? But for some reason, this person is actually doing work against you, and you have the star card here with Aaron Aquarius energy out here. So basically, this is somebody who basically their religion teaches them the lighter side of spirituality, the lighter side of work and stuff like that. Basically, this person is instructed on the lighter side of things, but essentially because of consumerism and the way that this person was growing up, this person is basically using their energy and everything for darkness, essentially, is what this is, right? Let's see what how they fit into society. So in society, you got Ace of Wands. This person does everything big. This is a big action taker, essentially, is what this is. This person is always starting new projects, always looking for new growth, new opportunities, looking for more money, looking for more positions of power, places where they could basically apply what they, you know, basically they find fulfillment in being bold with action, essentially, is what this is. This has to do with like bold action. This person is obsessed with boldly taking action against people, places, and things. So essentially what happens here is, in society, they like to connect with people who are up and coming, people who have something, or people who, you know, have some kind of authority or power. This is somebody who will flow towards somebody of power. Hold on just a second. This is somebody who flows towards a person of power, essentially, or whatever, right? But it never lasts, which is why you got the leaves falling out like that. So next, let's look at this person's experiences. Okay, so the Magician card, of course. So with the Magician card out here, this person essentially it's like this person has some experiences with magic and the way that it work, and you know, just this person's experiences has been always around spell work and magic. So let's say when this person was young, they would use like white magic and stuff like that to get the stuff that they need in order to make their life easier, because they had to provide, because you saw how hard their life was in the beginning, right? Well, now this person is the vibe I'm getting is that, you know, now this person is starting to try to be more confident in their clarity, you know, trying to get clarity and be more confident with their work and stuff like that, essentially, is what this is. So basically they use their old situations in order to start building themselves up using magic. Okay, so this is how they got into magic right here, right? So next, let's look at this person's ego. This person's ego is the Justice card in reverse. So yes, this person's ego is definitely feeling like everything in life is unfair to them. It was unfair they had to take care of their mother. It was unfair that things like this happened. It's unfair that other people got certain things coming into their life. This person feels like everything around them is unfair. So in order to balance it out, they learn to start doing magic to try to, quote unquote, balance the rest of the world out. This is a person who's trying to correct the world, essentially. Give me the Virgo vibe. You know how, I don't know if you guys ever worked with a Virgo or lived with a Virgo, and there's nothing against you Virgos, but the thing is that you guys have a natural knack for identifying cracks in the system or inefficiencies in the system according to your standards. And then from there, you like to go and create or try to, quote unquote, repair it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the situation that's going on here. This is definitely about unfairness and you know, lack of accountability and punishment. This person feels like it's their job to go and punish people who are outside of the norm or whatever it may be. This person takes it upon themselves. So let's look at this person's fear. This person's fear is definitely abandonment. This person has abandonment issues, and not only that, lack loss. This person has a problem leaving things behind. This person has a problem walking away from things. This person has an addiction. That's what this is. Their ultimate fear, their fear is attached to addiction. They're addicted to people. They are a hoarder. They hoard people's energy. They hoard power. They hoard fairness. They hoard punishment. They hoard ideas and ideologies that is connected to them being who they are, quote unquote, essentially. Which basically what I'm trying to say is, let's say if you were to walk away from this person would feel offended. You see what I'm saying? And they will hoard those emotions and then go after you and start trying to do work on you in your life. So this is the kind of person that it is. So let's look at their attachments. What are they attached to? Two of Wands out here. So yes, they're attached to traveling. It's like this person likes to go from place to place. They like traveling, like they like being out, and they also like plotting and planning things and progress and things of that nature. This person is addicted to, has an attachment to making things the way that they envision it being, like I spoke before. Aries energy out here. Let's see what else we got out here. This is the aversions, things that upset them. Things that upset them is basically has to do with, let's see, we got the Four of Cups out here. One thing that upsets them the most is when they get caught up in something and they pay so close of detail to things. This person has a problem. It's like, one thing that they hate is attention to detail. They hate details. They like to be able to do work and just the general work, and then it, whatever. But this individual person, they hate details connected to the work. Let's look at their habits. This is a chaotic person within. And from childhood up until now, this person has been creating conflict and, basically competition. So this person here, their habit is to compete with other people. This person competes with people. They have to be in control of things. It's like this person, basically this person's love language, well, not necessarily love language, but basically this person feel like the things that they are not in control of is like, it opens up the door for abandonment, for them to be abandoned in some kind of way, which scares them. This is a fear. Okay, that's why this person creates conflict and creates drama and chaos, or just compete with all these other people, because this person, this is why it's a habit of this person of creating conflict and chaos wherever they go, or doing this work wherever they go. It's because they have an abandonment issue, and the best way to approach that abandonment issue is if they're in control. They feel like if they're controlled, then they can have more say over the situation, over the environment, and how things go. That right there allows them to put themselves in a safety zone. Basically, they enter into a environment and create the chaos that they need in order to thrive. Let's look at this person's thought patterns. This person with the King of Cups out here, this person thinks that they're a loving person, that they're empathetic, that they're balanced, that they're tolerant, and that they're empathetic. This person views the way that they do things as like being like a part of their love language. Like they want to get into a person's life and then control them to do things the way they want it done. And then they say, oh, isn't that much better? Essentially is what I'm getting here. So it doesn't give people room to think for themselves, essentially, or experience, feelings for themselves. This is what this person thinks. This person thinks that they're just the most empathetic kind of person that walks the earth, when in reality, the work that they're doing isn't necessarily all that. Let's look at this person's belief system. You got the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, so basically this person believed in hard work. That's a good thing. So it's just that the hard work is channeled in the wrong way. So yes, this person believed that you have to work hard for everything that you get, that there's no such thing as luck, there's no such thing as things coming to you. Anytime, this is what I was thinking, what I was seeing. Basically, this person has a problem with people who have things that is just like windfalls and things that come to people easy, or if they feel like it came easier to that person, this person, it triggers something in them. And then they go and they feel like they have to balance that out. Well, you didn't work hard enough for it. So this person will go do spell work and try to make your life harder over whatever it is. So let's look at this person's desires. Chariot card. Desires. This person desires to basically, essentially, this has to do with elevation. This person wants to elevate themselves or continuously improve themselves. So basically, this person will never be perfect in their own eyes, or there's no such thing as perfection with this person, because this person always identifies flaws in their own selves, which cause them to find other ways to like beat themselves down. You see what I'm saying? They're always beating themselves down. They're very critical of themselves. So how that manifests is in their work, they're always overly critical. That's why they don't like paying attention to details. That's why they hate details, because once they get latched onto a detail, they cannot ignore it. They can't ignore it, even if it's a flaw in themselves. Currently, their current condition, Two of Cups in reverse. This person is getting left. So this person is in a loveless relationship. This person just went through a breakup, imbalance, and it's all because of the way that this person talked to people. That's all this is. This person talked to people like they're idiots. They talk to people like they don't know what they're doing. It's the way that this person communicates in love. Because once this person gets love, they want to control love, because they're afraid of that love leaving them, and they see themselves as the King of Cups, the best thing since sliced bread for that other person. When in reality, you may be a good person, you may be a package, a total package, but you may not be my total package. You may not be his total package. You may not be her total package. You are your total package, and you are only a total package to the person that wants you, not the person that don't want you. And this person cannot understand that. Let's look at this person's relationship. Yes, it just clarified what I was saying with the Emperor card out here. This person is a very domineering person, because this person is very sensitive. Anything that you say that you could say the smallest thing, and you may have good intention, or you may just brush it off, but this person is going to take whatever you give them and amplify it in a negative way. This person likes to, like I said, this is a domineering person. This person is domineering. Let's look at the projections. Ace of Pentacles out here. This person projects like this person's projections and stuff like that. They don't have foresight into the future like they think. They think that they're balancing out some kind of imaginary system or making things much better in this world. But in reality, what they're doing is they're restricting themselves because of the mind frame and the heart space that they're in when they do the work that they do. So as a result, it costs them opportunities, and people don't want to work with them. Nobody wants to work for them. So that's why that person pursue people who are in power, so they can force people to work, to do what they say, if that makes any sense. Then you have reflections. This is something that's being reflected back onto this person. Knight of Swords. This person is trapped currently in the same space. This person is burned out, going in the same cycle, because they are unfocused. They're focused on the wrong things in life. You know, this person is doing this work against you, but it's in an unfocused way. Their mind is not clear. Air over air. Okay? That air over air. This person is creating conflict for themselves. They do things without thinking about the consequences of what's coming. They don't care. They just want, as long as that other person get what they feel they deserve, this person is willing to do that kamikaze attack. Last but not least, this is what's in that person's shadow. Six of Cups. It goes all the way back to the childhood. This person was wounded in their childhood. Maybe they always reminiscing, and they're always thinking about their innocent, joyful days, their childhood, the way their childhood was. They just want everything in the world to be the way it was in their childhood. That's their shadow self, that child energy before they had to work or go extra hard in the paint to help support the family. So if this is your message, like, comment, share, subscribe. But yes, if you know who this is just giving you a heads up of who was actually doing work on you, or who planned on doing some kind of work on you. This right here, I'm going to title it message for those being spiritually attacked, or basically who's spiritually attacking you. And this is right here, this is going to be the message. All right, I love y'all. Y'all take it easy, and peace.